Lots of people say to me, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, I'd like to be able to carve a swell jack-o'-lantern, but I just don't seem to have the knack. Well, these are a few pointers on the fine art of creating the perfect jack-o'-lantern. Rule number 1, you want to start out with a pumpkin that looks like a pumpkin. I mean, don't get one of them gnarly old jobs that looks like Carl Malden's nose on a cold day, okay? Now, this is a good-looking pumpkin. Now, the next thing you want to do is draw a face on that pumpkin that looks realistic. I mean, don't just start carving away freehand. You might want to work from an actual photograph, like maybe of a famous person like, oh, you know, Ozzy Osbourne or this dude, okay? Now, do the best you can at drawing that face on the pumpkin. Use a magic marker like this, you know, and draw a really good mouth on there, okay? And then you might want to put a nose like that, and then draw 2 eyes that look right, okay? There. Now, don't that look just like Rick Ocasek from the Cars? Okay, now it's time to carve those features. Now, choose your cutting instrument wisely. Lots of folks like to use the traditional butcher knife for this part, but I prefer this. A chainsaw. Voila! A thing of beauty, just like me.
Ready, sir. Frank, I give you Flamingo Vision. The next generation.
Good evening, Santo Domingo. And now some Flamingo announcements you can really sink your teeth into.
I'm gonna sue your butts, boys.
Imperious Mistress of the Dark. One, two, three.
I'll go get the candles.
Something that was recently plugged in and used to dry hair has caused the fuse to blow. Now, there's nothing to be afraid of, except growing old and being alone.
Like, I know it's Vinny, okay? Isn't it, Vinny?
Child, you better grab that knife.
Don't worry, if he comes, he'll bring his own.
Is this the house with the helpless young babysitters? Trick or treat, or take off, eh?
Boo! Totally.
Hey, let us stay, eh? This is our first crash. Besides, we came to protect you, eh?
I thought you said boys were gonna crash, Donna.
Well, they are my students, and perhaps they have needs, too.
I don't want to know about their needs.
It's my house. Come in. Men are so much more mechanical. Do you know anything about fuses?
No.
I'll teach you.
What is this? A cult that worships Wee Willie Winky? Seriously, girls. We don't want you to run into our arms for protection. But we did hear of a crazed killer escaping from an asylum.
Hey, which one are you? Bob or Doug McKenzie?
Both. Where's the dip, eh?
Have some quiche.
Real men don't eat quiche.
Patty, Lauren, you two look different than you do in school. Is it your hair?
Boy, are we glad to see you.
You are?
Well, what shall we do now?
Bob for apples.
Like, I'm not ruining my makeup for some piece of wet fruit, okay?
There is something we can do in the spirit of Halloween. A Ouija board.
You can take the sheet off now.
Why? Do they know it's me?
Okay, clear the table. We just let this little pointer drift on its own to the answer to our pertinent questions, like, is there any way I'll see somebody later tonight?
Ask it, what are the lyrics to Brass in Pocket?
It's got to be yes or no.
Well, it could be yes.
I have a burning question. Dips are out, aren't they?
Don't move an inch. Don't scream. Don't look for help. You're under the spell of creature theater.
Oh, good. I wanted to watch Horror Party Beach.
Oh, everybody do the zombie stomp. You slam your foot down with an awful pump. You reach out further, further. Step me closer, step me closer. Ooh, it's the living end.
Baby, baby, don't be scared, 'cause I'm standing here looking kinda weird. There ain't no cause to be afraid.
You reach out further, further. Step me closer, step me closer. Ooh, it's the living end.
Honey, I'm no Frankenstein. Oh yeah, baby, really, I feel fine. Honey,
Oh, everybody do the zombie stomp. Just slam your foot down with an awful pump. You reach out further, further. Step me closer, step me closer. Ooh, it's the living end.
zombie Spook it up the whole night through.
Oh, everybody do the zombie stomp. Just slam your foot down with an awful bump. Here it's a further, further, stepping closer, stepping closer. Oh, it's the living. It's the living. Oh, everybody do the zombie stomp. Just slam your foot down with an awful bump. Here it's a
The zombie stomp is funny too. Come along and do the zombie too.
Tom.
Where are you?
I'm over here.
Vi, where? What do you want?
I want you, Tom. I want to save you from your own mistake.
My only mistake was in knowing you.
And the only way you could correct it was for me to die, wasn't it?
It's not my fault you're dead.
Isn't it?
I couldn't have saved you.
Couldn't you? Maybe you can make yourself believe that, but not me. I was there, remember? You had to shut me up so you could marry Meg. You got away with that all right, but now what are you gonna do? I'll never let you marry Meg. You belong to me, Tom. You belong to a ghost. That's the trouble with making one first slip. You have to go from bad to worse to keep it quiet. What would you do if Meg gets wise to you? Stop her the same way you stopped me?
I didn't kill you, Vi. I never killed anybody and I never will. And once I'm married, I'm going to live a very happy, very normal life with Meg and with our friends. And there's really nothing you can do about it.
Isn't there? You may have noticed I've found my voice now. I pick things up fast. I'm going to use it to tell the world about you. I told you, Tom, no one will ever have you but me.
Stop it, Vi.
Try and make me. Tom Stewart killed me! 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 Tom Stewart killed me!
Tell him the rest of the story that goes with the picture. Why was Mommy in the hospital so much?
Well, someday she would wake up and she would be covered with big, ugly bumps. The doctors were very worried because they could never find out what those bumps all over her skin really were. I guess I didn't stack the dishes too well. I better go see what the damage is. While I'm there, I think I'll freshen up both our drinks.
To bite your finger, it's a Dracula day. Just set the clock. Just try your luck.
If Dracula's cape opens, you have to put your finger in his mouth and press the lever. If he leaves a mark on your finger, you have to start over again.
He didn't bite me!
If you can sneak all the way around Dracula's house, you'll win the game.
You're not supposed to bite people.
It's a Dracula game.
I bought to bite your finger from Hasbro.
You've got no chance! Damn it. My sniper zombies are everywhere. I'll offer you a deal. You give me the Lazarus Bowl, and I'll give you Scully.
Mulder!
How about this deal? You give me Scully, I don't smash the Lazarus Bowl and shove the pieces where the Son of God don't shine. You cigarette-smoking mackerel snapper. I break the Lazarus Bowl, and all your sniper zombies go back to being good little well-behaved corpses.
You don't fool me, Mulder. That bowl is your holy grail. Encoded in its ancient ceramic grooves are the words Jesus spake when he raised Lazarus from the dead. Still capable of raising the dead 2,000 years later. Proof positive of the paranormal. You could no sooner destroy that than let the redhead die.
Come on, man. Don't break the bowl. We don't want to go back to being dead. There's no food, No women? No dancing? Save the bull. And we'll dump that ciggy-smoking stooge for you. And you'll be the new king of the dead.
I'd rather serve in heaven than rule in hell.
Shall we begin?
I'm Inspector Geiger. I want to help you.
2, 4.
But we're still left with our brief, which was to create a thing which is the product of 6 very disparate minds.
There is another way to do it, and it's been done before in novels, and that is to I will write the first 20 pages.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll pass it to you. You pick it up. You pass it around the table.
Sure.
And then Roger can direct it.
Hey, we're not going to do
I'll
it.
be glad
I'll direct the first reel, you direct
the second reel. But that's a possibility.
Let's allow it 12 elements rather than 6 elements. Let's allow it twice around the table so everybody gets 2 bites of the apple rather than 1. Okay. John?
So I must start.
Yes.
A young girl arrives home at the end of the evening. The clouds are beginning to form. It's like a rainy night. She's, let's say she's in her 20s. She's come home from work. She lives alone. She comes in her apartment. Perhaps a storm begins outside. She takes her coat off, relaxes, perhaps has a drink. Normal life at the end of the day. Then the storm begins to intensify outside, then it begins to rain, and we see the rain hitting the windows. And perhaps there's a television or a radio, and it reports a murder across town on the east side. It's a very strange kind of murder. It's a body was found, and its face, the face of the corpse was cut off. Just the face. And this girl has the sense, as she walks down the hallway to her bedroom, that there's someone out there who's perhaps collecting faces. And she feels not only fear, but guilt somehow, like she's a part of it. And there's a giant crash of lightning, and the power in her apartment goes out, and this is just as she opens the door to her bedroom, and there's this blue light coming through the window. She looks across the room, and
the light focuses on her pillow, and the face is there. She smooths out the pillow. No face. Nothing there. Just a smooth pillow. The lights come back on. The power cut is out, you know. Everything's fine. She's got dinner with friends across the city. She goes down to the subway. Sits down, you know, ordinary kind of subway clientele, just, you know, folks there reading bestsellers and you know, odd bag ladies, but generally a sort of ordinary, nothing very threatening. And the PA system begins to whisper to her, and she's not quite sure. It's either saying to her, "You're next," or "You did it." So, you know, she looks around. Nobody else seems to be noticing anything. But again, there's, "You're next," or whatever. So she gets off the other end, goes to see her friends. And as she walks through the door, they don't obviously back away, but they look at her a bit askance, and something is clearly wrong. So she says, "What's wrong? Is it me? I mean, I..."
Is it me, she says. And the host at the table says, "Yes, but only a little part of it is you. See, we've known each other now," the girl's name is Janet. "We've known each other now, Janet, how long?" She says, "Oh, since I was very small, since I was 3. And the guy says, "See, all that time, in a way, you've been in training. And everybody at this table has been in training. See, there's a problem with our faces, Janet. Our faces are fake things. Our faces have always been fake things. They're things we put on over our truest feelings. And it is the belief of this community gathered around this table that it's best for the world if we remove the fakery from life with scalpels, that we go about this city nightly and we remove the faces of the liars and the cheats and the hypocrites who occupy the planet with us. But after tonight, our great plan is..."
She just slams her hand down the table and says, "You're crazy."
Estoy. Creo. Got it.
Cover you up so the kids don't see you.
Are you finished? Or is this just intermission?
Who was that? Who said that?
Over here, clown. And on your way out, don't forget to turn out the light.
All right. State your name and business. You're trespassing on private property.
The name's Lantern. John O. You can call me Jack. And I'm not trespassing. I'm hiding out.
You got a visitor's pass?
No. Have you got all your marbles? Put away that pea shooter, Charlie. I'm just gonna be here till midnight. Then I'll split.
How do I know you're who you say you are? You got any ID? Pumpkin seeds? Jack-o'-lantern? I gotta call in on this one.
Forget it, rubber ducky. No one can hear you. Besides, they wouldn't believe you if they could.
Oh. Well, this is the last time I work the late shift. Look, Jack, you can't stay here. Now, if you're in some kind of trouble...
You're the one who's in trouble, Smokey. If you don't let me hide out till midnight, I'll turn this place into a vacant lot.
No, don't do that. What are you hiding out from anyway?
What else? Halloween.
Well, now, you don't have to be afraid of Halloween. Why, it's...
Afraid? Who said anything about being afraid, turkey?
You are a mental case.
Kelly?
family pet, a bedtime story, the familiar landscape of childhood.
You have to come out sometime. You can't sulk in there forever.
Where witches and wolves are the forces of evil. Where good will triumph and all will end happily.
Your granny spoils you. She makes you think you're something special. That red shawl.
But this is no fairy tale. This is where legend ends and survival begins. Where the dreams of childhood hold no promise of a happy ending.
Big eyes you have.
The worst kind of wolves are hairy on the inside. And when they bite you, they drag you with them to hell.
She ran away!
Did I scare you? I am sorry.
When I killed it, it was a wolf. And then before my very eyes.
Neither child nor adult, wolf nor human. This is the twilight world, which lies between the pages of any fairy tale.
My, what big arms do you have?
To deny it is to kill the child that lives within us all. To enter it is to kill the dreams of childhood.
Jesus, what big teeth you have!
Where did you hear a story like that?
Not a story, but God's honest truth. Granny told me.
The company of wolves. They are all the company we keep, even in our dreams.
Judy, don't be frightened. Come to the window. Don't be frightened. It's only Grandpa.
Excuse me.
Who the hell are you?
I'm looking for Mrs. Gimble. Hello, Kathy.
You know her?
No. Of course you do, Kathy. I was here last week with Mrs. Burton.
Well, I think we've had enough of you. The little lady doesn't seem to like you, that's for sure. And what the little lady doesn't like, I don't like either. Now, get the hell out of here. You old bitch.
How dare you? You can't speak to me like that.
Good Lord, the old cow's dead. Get out! Take off! Disappear!
Old bitch.
Oh, bitch!
Fat whore.
Fat whore!
Fat dried up whore.
Fat dried up old whore!
I want to see Mrs. Gimble.
She's where she belongs. In the nut house. Why don't you join her over there?
Yeah, why don't you join her over there? Can't you run faster than that, you old cow? Go on, you old bitch. You saw that, Kathy? 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 Here's mud in your eye, Kathy.
Don't you like it, good old Paul?